Our next question from a student is, what should I do if I have been exposed to COVID?
Okay, so if you have been exposed to COVID, you are going to want to do what we say. We call it isolate, and that's that's a big word. So isolate means stay by yourself. Obviously, you can't stay by yourself if you're a student because you need your parents and you live with other people. But you want to try to keep your distance from people if they aren't sick in your house too. So you don't have to go lock yourself in your room by yourself for 2 weeks because that wouldn't be fun at all, and your mom might get worried about you for sure. But you can set yourself up that you have parts of the house where you go, and that's where you are. So if you're the one with COVID and your family doesn't have it, you stay separate from them. But maybe if you have enough space in a room to space out, and then you just wear a mask. And it sounds weird and it sounds awkward and hard to do. And it really is. And that's why this virus keeps spreading, because that type of thing that I just said, it's very hard to do. Can you imagine if you're watching a movie with your family, but you have to watch it from the kitchen and they all watch it in the living room? Like, that's not fun. And that's hard to do. So if you have to separate yourself so you don't get your family sick, you would make sure you have distance and wear your mask a lot just to reduce that. And we've had people that there was only one family member sick in the house and nobody else got sick. And then we have other people where the whole entire house got sick, because it is really hard to separate yourself from your family. If you have COVID, chances are your family will quarantine at home too, because there's a couple of days before you realize you're sick. And when your family is the highest risk person that you're going to give it to, because you live with them, you share. You might pick up your someone else's cup and drink from it. You might use the wrong toothbrush. I hope not. That can be gross, right? But it happens. Or maybe somebody else in your house is sick and they used your toothbrush. You can pass it that way. So it's a lot more likely that you'll pass the virus around a house if one person gets sick. And that's another reason why kids going to school and then going home is risky, because you can pick it up so easy at school and then bring home. And if everybody keeps bringing it to their households, it'll spread even more. Not fair, because that's a lot of pressure on kids and it's a lot of responsibility on you guys. But that's kind of where we're at right now with this really hard pandemic, this really hard world we're living in. But I do think it will be better very soon.
I hope so.